We got a few extra minutes here at the Viewhouse Centennial with Tyler Polumbus, Super Bowl 50 champion, former Bronco, former Buff. Tyler, first thing I want to ask you, so the Broncos reportedly going to hire Lauren Landau as their new strength and conditioning coach. You've trained with both Lauren and Luke Richardson.
Yeah.
Similarities, differences, what do you think about the move?
Well, first off, I loved Luke Richardson. I thought he was a phenomenal coach. I was disappointed that he left town. All that being said, if you're going to lose Luke, no better man to go replace him with than Lauren Landau. I trained with Lauren from the time I was about 15 or 16 years old, all the way throughout the remainder of my career, and I still go in there to this day. Lauren's absolutely the best in the business. Any professional athlete in the entire state of Colorado has trained with Lauren at some point in time, and most of them throughout the entire length of their career. This is a very, very good coach. He's a little bit untraditional because he doesn't necessarily have a regimented football team background. He's been more of a personal trainer on the personal side of it. But I know Lauren well, and he's got the resume for this job.
Well, you are one of the many Broncos players that have given their word that he's going to be great, so that'll probably be a good move.
I hope
we'll
so.
Wait and see. And congratulations to Lauren Landau. Now, one of those guys that perhaps could be there is whatever the new quarterback is. We talked a little bit about Kirk Cousins. If the Broncos don't end up getting Kirk Cousins, maybe he goes somewhere else, more money, whatever.
Yeah.
Who else do you see on the market right now that would be a good fit?
Well, as far as free agents go, there's not many. I mean, you've got Case Keenum. There's guys like Teddy Bridgewater, Sam Bradford. There's a couple others that you throw into the mix there. Obviously, Nick Foles after that Super Bowl run, if you want to go trade for him. But outside of Kirk and Case Keenum, there's not much. So it's kind of Kirk Cousins or bust for me. If you don't get Kirk Cousins, I'm all in on the draft, and you just got to hope that you get it right.
Case Keenum, now my question for you is, to me, he really struck me as a system quarterback. He worked well with the coaching there. That's the kind of guy. Do you worry about him if they coming to Denver and maybe not being able to produce the same kind of results?
I think so. I mean, that's the biggest hesitation with Case Keenum. He had a phenomenal year, and there's no doubt about it. He's going to get a lot of money, and he deserves it. But do you want to be that team that gives him that money off of 1 year of performance? Because that's really what it's been. It was one great year. You don't have a ton of resume there, and the other resume that you do have on him, the other game film that you do have, it certainly doesn't match up to what he did last year. So it's a gamble. Whoever's going to get him, my prediction would be the Vikings end up franchise tagging him, but we'll find out what happens.
So if they do decide to go to the college level, what, in your opinion, is the most important piece of evaluation for teams? Is it the combine? Is it their play in bowl games? Is it their career? What do they evaluate most importantly?
Honestly, going to these college kids, it's extremely challenging. You've got so many variables that are hard to judge from the system that they're running in college. How will that translate to the pro game? Well, very few of them are playing under center. They're all in shotgun the entire game. They're not really going through progression reads. They're kind of one half of the field and take off and run type of guys. So it's hard to translate these guys to the next level. So that's why it's really important that the Broncos were able to get these guys in the film room at the Senior Bowl and be able to evaluate these guys, figure out how smart are they, how football smart are they, and do these guys love the game? Because that's what you got to know as much as anything. Do you have a passion to be the best in the world at what you do?
Do you feel like the combine is a bit antiquated?
Yes and no. I mean, I think that there's aspects of the combine that are incredibly important. I think there's other aspects that are overvalued as well. I think what smart teams do is they take the combine as a small piece of your puzzle and you throw that into the mix. You don't let it be overweighted as far as how you're evaluating these players. I think teams that get themselves in trouble are the ones that will bump a guy up a full round or even 2 rounds based off of what they do at the combine, when in reality, that should be maybe 4 or 5% of your total evaluation, and maybe 90%, 95%, whatever your numbers are. I'm not good at math. Whatever your numbers are, that should be coming off of the film.
Right. Well, I guess we got the combine coming up in a week, so we'll find out. We'll have to check back in with you. I want to go one more thing with the quarterbacks. There's a couple guys, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen. They all have something going against him. Baker Mayfield, it's his height. Josh Allen, it's his accuracy.
Yep.
Are those things, those two in particular, deficits you think that they can overcome in the NFL?
I'm not going to say they cannot for sure. I mean, I'm a guy that went undrafted, so if anybody understands what it's like to be told what you can and cannot do, that's me. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that none of them are going to work out, but I'd be lying to you if I told you that they each didn't have something that did concern me. Yes, the height does bother me with Baker Mayfield. Do I think he can overcome from it? I do. I'm really coming around on Baker Mayfield. I think that guy's a heck of a football player, and there's a lot of people that don't. That's fine. We're not all going to agree. I happen to like the kid a lot. Josh Allen, can you coach him out of some of the accuracy issues? Well, yeah, you probably can if you got the right coaching. So, yeah, there's concerns there, but you got to ask yourself as a staff, do we have the right staff to coach them out of those concerns and overcome them?
All right, Tyler, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come join. We know you got to get up early tomorrow.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. That's all the time we have. We'll see you guys next time.